Hello everybody, welcome to your Monster Train Morning Commute. My name is SlowWolf and I'll be your engineer for today. Yesterday, we did not publicize the daily. Not only did I lose in the last fight, embarrassingly, I also I was a salty man. Yesterday was not a good day. I didn't get enough sleep, and yeah, it was not worthy content. So today, we got this instead. So to quickly go over yesterday's challenge, look, it wasn't a bad challenge. Effectively, you kept all the cards in your hand that you had, all your cards were huge, and everybody had lifesteal. Fine. You had Fade, you had some other stuff, and at any point, Little Fade only had two options, which were to become bigger every time she died, or every time that the Fade died, all your other creatures get burnout too, and some extra bonuses. It was a bit weird. We ended up in 333rd. Okay, you know, I expected worse, considering that this goes all the way down to 2,000. But, yeah, we did pretty badly, I felt. Just in general. It was a tough daily, though. By the end of it, you would realize it was a little bit tough. We had one too many Animuses of Will. That killed us. Our Thorn Hollow was sick. I liked him a lot. But it was unfortunately the wrong thing to do in this case, because they had the Seraph that would reduce our spikes all the time, and then we built around having lots of spikes, and it was a bad plan. Yeah, honestly, this was okay. This was a fine build. It just didn't work out because I played it badly. If I had played it better, it actually would have been okay. If you were in first place, it would have been a completely different thing. Now, for today's challenge, different story. We got the Hornbreaker Prince, yikes, and the Melting Remnant with Primitive Mold. Actually really good with the Hellhorned. I like this with Hellhorned, since Hellhorned have very few ways to actually, like, I mean, they get armor, but no real heal, and if you lose a unit, it's a problem. Our units having Heartless is not a big deal now, as a result of this. So we're not going for Lifesteal. Lifesteal bad. Lifesteal's shit. To go ahead and just be, you know, one-track mind is not a problem. One-track mind is just simply shrug and deal with it. It's fine. And at your service. Good. Like, our prototypes are going to be able to riggedy-wreck things from start to finish. So, yeah, not a bad way to play this run at all. Like, this is fine. This should be smooth sailing throughout most of it, so, depending on what our drafts are and everything. So we got Talos, who dazes, Arcus with Dazed, and with Contrition. That's actually probably the best two options for us if we're going for spells. And then the worst, Seraph again. I'm not a hand. Look, I got words about that, Chase. I got words about that. Okay, interesting. So, there's a lot to be said about stuff like Iron Drop Cage. It is really good in a lot of situations. Now, I like the idea of Slay, but I'm actually going to pick up the Iron Drop Cage. I think that it actually has a lot of jank you can do with it. I think that's a very powerful thing. Now, this is interesting. Do we go for multi-strike and a little bit of armor, or do we go for the Slay triggers? I think in our case, I'm going to go for the Slay triggers. It's a little spooky, because we don't really have a tank de facto in our two factions that we have. We don't have a big stompy man, but we do have these advanced prototypes that can take a decent hit. 5, 10, 15, 20. So 5, 10. 1, 2, dead. He kills one, gets the Slay trigger. Yeah, that works for me. And the draft would do nothing here. Oh! Not nothing. He'd kill one more, and that's actually okay. Problem. You're still alive. So, as dumb as this looks, we kind of have to do it like this if we're going to survive. And we're gonna have to say goodbye to our collector. Sucks. You can be our goalie. Look, I'm gonna play you so you burn out. We can revive you. And if you could just kill one of them, that'd be sick. Thanks. Okay. You need to die. You need to come back in. And we'll kill one of you. Cool, this works. That's 1810. 1805? That was a perfect run. What do you want from me? It's okay. The Fledgling Imp is tempting, since it allows me, if I find the way to make it endless, it can really work good stuff with these Train Stewards. Like, a lot of good stuff with the Train Stewards. The other option is Ritual of Battle, but we currently have a Battering Ram, and maybe we should be focusing more on that right now. I will pick up the Fledgling Imp for now, just for the option. There's a chance that it works out. wonderfully. And the multi encasement's actually also very interesting. So we put that on the same floor as the Hornbreaker Prince. The Hornbreaker Prince gets 2 turns of just... Don't worry about me. Sure. I could see that being super, super cool. And there's the big one. Big Sludge is a game-winning card. There's no other way to put it. It is exceptionally strong. And we'd be silly not to pick it up. Okay, so here's the deal. We might have the armor card in our deck right now, but that might not be what we're going for in the end. Branded Warrior here is cute, but we already have somebody with the Slay trigger, effectively. We don't have the energy to play the Demon Fiend, so skip. Then out of these, Double Stack literally doesn't do anything for us. 10 magic power does help. It makes Hornbreak, like, way more powerful than it has any reason to be. Battering Ram being a little bit cheaper would be nice, despite the fact that we have no armor bonuses yet. We could in the future. I think at this point, rerolling is kind of a waste. So let's Purge instead. And I think that the Torches... Like, the Torches are not good. But let's put it lightly. The Torches are actively bad compared to Hornbreak. And I would rather have the ability to slap down a 20 damage Train Steward that doesn't die easily. You know what I mean? Alright. We get a unit draft out of this. This is good. Alright, Sluggo. Okay, here's what I think we do here. We put down Sluggo. Draft. Draft will die. Sluggo gets bigger and hits for really hard. Look, the entire floor is already dying. This is great news. Shame. Sluggo's having a hard time getting kills right now. That's not good. Look, there's no point to playing the Hornbreak. What I will do instead is grab a Fledgling Imp, toss that out in front. We got another Primitive Mold, huh? Here, look, we might as well toss you up here. And there's no sense in getting the Primitive Mold to do anything right now. So, this is fine. We're not even remotely killing any of these right now. That's, understandable. Good night, sweet prince. So, unfortunately, Big Sluggo just couldn't quite get it done. That's fine. So how do we deal with this? Well, got another Fledgling Imp. What a time to be alive. Toss that boy out there, torch you instead, and then watch as the entire world comes crumbling down for this man. Groovy. This worked. We might not even need the Endless for that imp. The Welder Helper is big. The Welder Helper is actually big. If we can just kill him, resummon him constantly, that's huge. So I think we do a big skip there, or if we just make him endless. Anyway, Lady of the House is actually a reasonable person to put in front of Big Sluggo. She's got exactly the right amount of HP. She does eventually die, but we can just get her back. You know what? I think that's what we do. I think that's what we do. And now at this point, if we need to focus on removal, we can do that. Now, fair spell to remove consume, not eligible. 10 magic power, put it on another Hornbreak. Now both our Hornbreaks are going to kill things all game long. Battering Ram being only one is fine. And I will happily remove, at this point, like torches. Like, they're not great, don't get me wrong. They're actually actively terrible, but we have too many Train Stewards now. That's our current issue, is that we are drawing Train Stewards we cannot put down on the field. Ooh. Ooh, this is a tough one. We don't really need the magic power. I think that having +1 per floor is a good way to do things. +3 on a random floor is funny, but doesn't get us points. So we're going to go for the +1 per floor. That effectively gives us a boss reward right out of the gate, and I'm actually quite pleased about that. That allows us to put out Big Sluggo, Hornbreaker Prince, and something else on the same floor, which allows us to really start getting something large. The other option now is that we can put out Lady of the House, Big Sluggo, and a Draft on the same floor, right? And then they can start doing stuff. The Hornbreaker Prince could sit up on a floor with a Welder Helper that we keep resummoning to make him even bigger and stronger. And yeah, there's options here for sure. Our Hellhorned Banner, look. dude, I got nothing for you. There's definitely something to be said for going for something other than Big Sluggo, but I think having 2 floors to have a goalie is not a bad plan. All right, look, that's a lot of pain. Kill one of them. Cool, that works. Okay, Sluggo's getting large. Now we're going to have to do it this way because we just can't do it any other way. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of my bum. Cool, now they're both dying. This is not where I wanted to use Molten Encasement, but I'm going to go ahead and use it here regardless. We could just double up on Train Steward on this floor. That's honestly not a bad plan. You snuck up to the next floor. You dirty dog. Have that then. Grab another Train Steward. Not exactly what I was hoping for on this floor, but it's only got Burnout 1, so it's not a big deal. Okay, now you grab Lady of the House. Cute. We're going to hold on to that in the deck for now. Final wave. Big Sluggo's not going to survive? Easy survival, I guess. Train Steward and big angry thing there. And look, we might as well horn break this one so that way it's dead. And like, what? Man, sometimes you just kill them real fast. It happens. I'm very confused, but I'll take it. Transcendent is an interesting one. It's very powerful, given the access to the separate imps that we have. But I think Bounty Stalker has a really big place for us. It is such a powerful creature in the right hands. Wickless Baron, we already have a version of Wickless Baron that's better. Sluggo. And then out of these, I think the number one thing that is kind of driving me nuts is I don't have enough energy to do everything I want to every turn. And it's not even the room anymore. Like, just give me some energy and I'll show you how I can make the world a better place. So, now which way are we going now? We're going down this way. Not the way I would have picked, but that's fine. I will happily remove both of my torches now since they are going to do nothing for the rest of the game. Like, they're just useless. Remnant Banner! We could effectively make Lady of the House stick around forever at that point. I'm not even sure if that's needed, though. If I put Wickless Tycoon down, and Lady of the House takes it, dies. We occasionally get some extra money out of it. It's not a terrible plan, but... Lady of the Reformed, huh? Like, I like the idea of Lady of the Reformed. She's a potent card. She's another one of those good tanks we can have, and she's arguably better for us than Lady of the House. Because then at that point we could have a draft sitting on the same floor and just ripping and tearing for a little while. Look, whichever one pops up first, I'm happy, really. And then as far as duplication goes, we have 0 use for Battering Ram currently, which makes me sad. I want more uses for it. We haven't found any yet. I think what I'm happier to do right now, then, is potentially getting out a Welder Helper to make that dream come true. I still think that that's a good plan for us. But we have so many creatures and just... Like, this is playing right into the Arcus issue. Like, Arcus's rally is going to absolutely wreck us. The other thing that could happen from all this is that we just... Yeah, like, we have so many creatures that we're summoning right now and just not enough anything else. Dark Forge, let's see what we got here. Slay plus 10, armor 10, multi-strike 1. The multi-strike 1 would be really, really good if we had more rage. I think that the Slay plus 20 makes this a really powerful creature for us. We just have to protect him. If we can protect the guy, which we should, then we got something going on. Alright, everybody appears on the floor. So we need a goalie floor, and we need a I'm about to murder somebody floor. Tough call, tough call. Here's how I think we have to play this. We give you the army necessary to survive and put out the drafts. That way we kill off the floor. Down here, Lady of the Reformed and Lady of the House. Can't your mana. Okay, so Sluggo doesn't fit down here right now. You need to die first, which makes me sad. Okay. You get a kill. You can protect the man. Now the floor is dead. I'll happily do some extra damage down here if I can. This is a high creature situation right now. She's not dying. You know what? Screw it. Let's set up a 4. This is such a weird time. You need to die. As do you. Yep. Okay. This is so messed up. Okay, so I need to plan ahead of time. Like, there's just... Or do I, like, just slam down Train Stewards here and see what happens? I think I kill my own person there. Get the Lady of the Reformed back? This is a terrible idea. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to kill anybody down here. I was hoping for somebody a little bit smaller. That's okay. Look, we're going to play you. You're going to burn out. You'll die. It's good. This floor do what it can. Sadly, it won't be enough. Ouch. Okay, so this turn sucks. This floor is doing what it needs to do. Kill off that guy. It's going to help do a little bit more damage. Let's see what we can find with Primitive Mold here. Okay, I'll take a Welder Helper. That is fine by me. And then I'll burn out and come back later. The one time. Put out the Bounty Stalker again, just so that way it has a chance of dying, but it won't. Okay, look, we killed it, but that took way too long. At least we didn't take any damage to the pyre. That's the important bit. So, important work here is big. It allows us to kind of make better use of our imps, which is important. Okay, I know Crushing Demise is good. I know Crushing Demise is excellent. Subsuming Blade is like Hornbreak that gets better over time. And it's not like it's going to get really big really quickly or anything, but it's powerful enough that I'm really seriously considering it. Okay. I'm a little unsure. Like, Memories of the Melted is cute, but we don't have any use for it. Like, all that extra energy would go to waste. Crushing Demise is great because we can just use it on a floor and whatever, nobody cares. And Subsuming Blade. Fine, Crushing Demise it is. I think we can make good use of it. It's a good card. Now, which route do we go down? We went down the side that I was probably going to pick. Deal 5 damage to enemy units when another unit with Burnout dies. Okay. X cost cards get +2 to their value when you play them. We don't have any X cost cards. We don't have anything coming up with that. We have lots of enemies with Burnout that could die. So Exploding Candle actually does some work for us. Now, let's see what Merchant of Trinkets has. Extinguishability trigger an additional time is huge. It is massive for us because of the fact that we've got the Stealth Assassin Man. Okay, multi-strike. Weird one. Let's see what we can do then. Well, I think it'd be dumb not to give that a shot, but we're not going to. You're taking 16. You do that, we're killing the entire floor, and you're getting all the harvest for it, and that's excellent news. And we can protect you from a little bit of that damage to the Fledgling Imp. Yeah, that works. Okay, we'll put you out there for now, and then call it a day. Cool, now we need to protect you. Honestly, I think we take up the Welder Helper. Sacrifice that Imp. Molten Encasement, interesting. Do we put it down here is my question. I think we put it down here. Just that way it gives him more chances to do his thing. Reform gives us back a Welder Helper. Okay, we got lots of armor on this front Welder Helper now. She's tanking well. Okay, Lady of the House does not quite fit. Up here, you're still living. We do have the energy to put out this boy. Cool, we're doing some damage that way. And we get a draft. Yay. Just for now. Shame. Okay, you're not dying? You are now. Down here. Okay. I'm happy to go ahead and toss one of those guys up there, and the battering ram sadly does nothing here, except for look cool. Alright. Look, I'll kill you myself if I have to, but I'm glad I don't have to. Lady of the House, round 2. Very pleased to see it. And Hornbreak would be an easy kill here. But I need him to kill that, unless if I just kill him myself, then kill him. Like so. Like, we're not getting the kill regardless, so we might as well. Okay, we're dying here before we can do anything. That stinks. Primitive Mold, see what we find. We got a Fledgling Imp. It's cute. Don't think it does very much for us, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap him down here. Sack him. Primitive Mold. Welder Helper round 2. This might be one of those times where I get to do this. That does do a little bit of extra damage. Not much, but a little bit. And we can't afford to Crushing Demise here. So let's not. It's a shame that dude sucks as hard as he does. Primitive Mold. We grab a draft. You sweep, don't you? Yeah, you do. Okay, we're going to battering ram just to make this a little bit easier on everybody. God, I hate this boss. Yeah, let's see what we Primitive Mold. We can't Crushing Demise, it doesn't do anything. At least we got that going for us. Look, we killed him, and we didn't take any pyro damage. I can't really be upset about that. It's just, oof, man. Okay. That was not as good as I had hoped. Implate's not bad. Impressive isn't bad. Dark Deal isn't good enough. I think we skip. Then out of these, we can probably skip. Now, the thing about Wicked Blaze that's neat is that we can actually choose the thing that gets resummoned, which I actually like the idea of. Primitive Mold does it randomly, and that hurts. Having actual choice here, I think, would be good. So we'll pick that up. I was going to say, please put me down the right side. It did not. Well, that was a sneeze fest. Man, I gotta say, remember when we were told to sneeze in our hands? No? Jeez. Anyway, Concealed Caverns. We probably should do this last, but whatever. Well, now I feel dumb, don't I? X+3 would have been great right now. I think that the Hellhorned Spike is actually really, really solid. In the right turn, it's literally just apply rage and armor to a unit when you need it, and that works really well with our archetype that we're currently trying to build into. Merchant of Magic, remove consume on that spell, please and thank you. Make that spell cost one less, thank you. Cool, it can keep coming back now. We got enough money to reroll. Permafrost, hey, Permafrost actually does help. Where would I want to put it? Probably on the important work. Now, if only I could give it holdover. What do I want to cost one less, though? Wicked Blaze could probably cost one less, and I'd be happy about it. All right, and yeah, all right, Arcus, kick my butt, please. Every single one of those shards is actually bad for our deck archetype. It's almost like they built this daily to suck the life out of me. All right, dazed, huh? I'm still gonna set it up like this. And Wicked Blaze, sadly, does nothing. Okay. You're taking 50 and you're going to enjoy it. That's probably fine. Let's see. Molten Encasement. Probably works best right here. More often than not, Big Sluggo's having a hard time getting out and doing things, and that's okay too. Look, at least he's summoning garbage on different floors now. I'm happy to put this guy here, and you know what? You're not coming up here that often. So, yeah, that's that then. Okay, Weight of Contrition's bad. Welder Helper is good. Nothing else here is what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just power up this guy as much as I possibly can. Two of these, huh? What can I get back? Bounty Stalker. I'd say it's almost perfect except for the floor I want it on. It's not helpful for it. At least this guy's dead now. I mean, honestly, worth. 100% worth. Okay, important work. Please, I need to draw something. Really? Really? Where's Sluggo when you need him? I think what I need to do is put down one of these. Then slap this down. And that'll get us the kill that we need. Owie, owie. Please. The daze kind of sucks, but there's really no other option we got here. Final wave. Sluggo never had the chance. And now we can't even put down the bat! Lame! Okay, battering ram here actually helps. I think we hold off on that. Sadly, we're doing no damage. Like, we could not get Sluggo down at the same time, which really, really hurts. Hand me that Primitive Mold. And toss me a Wicked Blaze as well. Now, out of the Wicked Blaze options we got access to, you're interesting. Also interesting. Uninteresting. Not interesting. We only have room for 2. So make that guy as tanky as possible. Still not enough, huh? Well, we better hope that our next floor is enough. It won't be, though. That hurts. That's not nearly enough. Oh, shit. Well, I think we just lost. This hurts. Yeah, Arcus had our number. Oh, that's super disappointing. That should have been an easy run from start to finish. But, like, part of it was that we just didn't get the creatures, like, upgraded where we needed them to be. We didn't have a choice, really. But, okay. So the trick was to go for multi-strike instead. Yeah, and the X cost would have helped a lot. Yeah. No, we went down the wrong route. We effectively built exactly the wrong deck for the architect we had, which sucks. We also really expected to pick up at least one draft that was Dripfall or the Ascendancy one to make good use of the drop cage, and we just did not find it. The ability to drop somebody and do Dazed 3 would have been astoundingly strong against somebody like Arcus, and we did not find it. So, we gambled and we lost. It happens. Thanks for watching. Hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. If you did, hey, you know what? It's 30 minutes of watching man lose. At least now you know how to play this and not end up with the post-run blues. I'll see you folks in the next episode. Should be tomorrow morning, if all goes according to plan. Stay safe out there and wear a mask. And if you live in Ontario, Canada, don't go outside. It's lockdown time now.